Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're going to be doing another coloring page transformation. That ring light glare is obnoxious. I recently acquired this Disney Princess coloring book, and upon flipping through, found one page that would be perfect to transform. Lucifer the cat. Sorry, Rapunzel, you didn't quite make the cut. In the past, I've created a Disney dog collage that looked like this, and I really liked it, so I knew when I saw Lucifer that I wanted to do the same thing on this page, but with Disney cats. At first, I was going to combine all of the Disney cats, but that was before I saw this. Lucifer is up to no good. It was then that I realized I wanted to do a Disney cat villain collage. So I began planning and scheming. This is the official sign language for planning and scheming, apparently. And I compiled a list of all of the Disney antagonists, bad guys, all around, just not the good guys, that I could find that were in cat form, and got started. The first cats that I drew were from the Emperor's New Groove, and those were the black jaguars that Kuzco meets in the jungle. I initially planned to draw all 7 of them right here, but quickly realized that not only did I not have the space to draw all 7, but I also didn't have the patience. So by the time I drew the 3rd jaguar, I decided that was more than enough. The next cat I drew was Scar, probably one of the most famous Disney cat villains there is. I drew him on Lucifer's chest because I wanted to incorporate the fur ruffles that were already on Lucifer's chest as part of Scar's mane. Now, my camera died in the middle of drawing Scar, so the last bit of progress you actually see is this, whereas this is what it looked like when it was finished. The way Lucifer holds his paw here, I really wanted to use that as an optical illusion, the same way I did with Trusty, and turning his paw into the original dog's paw in that collage. So I decided to use this area to draw Shere Khan the tiger from the Jungle Book, and make it look like he's reaching out his paw to try to swipe at somebody nearby. The 2 Siamese cats from Lady and the Tramp were some of the most difficult cats to draw throughout this whole process. It took me 2 or 3 tries just to get the faces right because of their weird little alien-shaped heads. I finally got it to a point where I was okay with how it looked and was able to move on. Prince John was fairly easy to draw and was given a pretty prominent spot in this collage. But, of course, being royalty, you couldn't really expect anything less. Sabor was really interesting to draw. Her shape and drawing in general is very strange, so the whole time I was drawing her, I felt like I was doing it wrong. But I powered through and got her lanky, strange, evil shape completed. Jumping back to the Emperor's New Groove, you cannot forget about Yzma as a kitten. I tried drawing her on this front leg and erased her and redrew her several times because I could not get the proportions right, and she has so much forehead space that it would leave a whole section empty that made it look like I had just failed to draw her correctly, so I finally moved her to the back leg where everything worked much better. I instead used this front leg to draw Madame Mim in cat form from The Sword in the Stone. Now, I do have a small confession to make. I have never seen The Sword in the Stone. Now, before you go freaking out on me, just know that it is on my list of movies to watch, I just haven't quite made it there yet. But I did not want to let that prevent me from adding Madame Mim to this collage. And last but not least, we have the infamous Cheshire Cat. Now, I know the Cheshire Cat is not technically a villain, but I also do not count him as a quote-unquote good guy, which is why he is invited to this party. Now's the moment you've all been waiting for, the moment where I take these colored pencils and these colored pencils and actually turn this into a colored coloring page. But before I can do that, I need to get a scrap piece of paper to use to help me color match these colored pencils to the color of these characters. and I can't just use any paper to color match because coloring book paper is this weird off-white color. So I'm going to have to sacrifice another coloring book page to use as my color match page. I've decided to take an activity page from this dinosaur coloring book to serve that purpose. Oh, my heart. And after recovering from that traumatic incident, it was finally time to color. I colored in the Cheshire Cat first, but then decided I wanted to darken all of the outlines, so I grabbed my mechanical pencil and began doing that. I used a mechanical pencil instead of a black coloring pencil like I usually do to darken the outlines, because there were so many little details that I was afraid they would get muddled or lost completely with the colored pencil, and how often I would have to sharpen it would also take forever. There was really no rhyme or reason to the order I colored each cat in. I initially just picked whichever character I wanted to color next, and eventually moved on to coloring them in the order of my reference photos. The last cat I colored was Lucifer himself, and I quickly realized that his black fur was causing some of the other cats to get lost slightly in the overall design. So I ended up going back over all of the black in the cats I drew to help draw them off the page a little more and keep them from being lost in Lucifer's fur completely. And that's all I have for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching me transform this coloring book page into a Disney cat villain collage. If you have, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss any coloring book transformations that I make in the future. If you would like to see some of the other transformations and parodies that I have made, they will be linked in the description below, and make sure to leave in the comments any other characters you would like to see transformed. I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you next time. Bye!